Hello everyone, and today I am doing a top 5 list on a certain video game that came out a couple of years ago. A top 5 list. And this is the closest you're gonna get to me on doing a video on Sonic Frontiers for quite a while. Because, oh boy. Now, okay. I need to stress. I do think Sonic Frontiers is a genuinely good game. It is a good game. It is decent. But I don't think it's amazing. I wouldn't even call it I wouldn't even put it in my top 10 favorite Sonic games. And yeah, look, it's a good game, but it's also one of the most repetitive games I've ever fucking played. What I mean is, it's like one of those games where, you play it for 4 hours, and then you're like, oh, you play it for a bit, and you're like, oh, this is fun. 4 hours later, you're like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna take a break now, and I'm gonna go and, do some dishes, or, play another game, or watch a film. I should not be feeling that while playing an open-world Sonic game, thank you very much. Oh my god. And I want to do a top 5 list of not what I would have done to Sonic, not what I would have done if I made Sonic Frontiers. No, I'm doing a top 5 list on what I want for a Sonic Frontiers sequel. Oh, now I am saying sequel because, we don't know if it's going to be called Sonic Frontiers 2 or if it's going to have a different title entirely, so we're just going to call it top 5 things I want for a Sonic Frontiers sequel. Alright, here we go. Number 5. Keep the cyberspace levels, but actually give them the same controls as you do in the open worlds. If you've played this game, you know what the hell I'm talking about. Because, what the fuck? Why the hell are the controls so good in the open world areas, but in the cyberspace levels, the controls are fucking terrible? How the hell did they do that? That doesn't make any sense. It's all they had to do for the cyberspace levels was something simple. Just simply port the good controls over to the cyberspace levels. How the hell did you fuck that up? I'm not even a game developer myself, and even I know, and even I am saying that it should not have been this easy to fuck up, and yet you did. How? Ow. Jesus Christ. Yeah, actually keep the cyberspace levels, because even though I will admit they control like ass, I did kind of like the idea of them. Let's say, you were kind of bored. Let's say, you were kind of bored of being in the open world for a bit, so you just decide to play, a few level. So you just decide to, kill some time by playing some random levels before progressing to the next story mission. Not gonna lie, I thought that was kind of cool. Ooh, but, like I said, the controls are awful, and the levels were way too short. Now, I'm not saying, make them, 15 minutes long. Fuck no! Oh, but at least, make them around, 5 or 6 minutes long at least, Oh, so then we feel like we got more variety there, and as an excuse to go into the cyberspace levels. Which also brings me to my next point. Number 4. Rely less on the fucking collectibles. Oh my god, this is the reason why I call the game repetitive. Because there are multiple times where the game would say, go and talk to this character to progress the story. I go up to the character. Oh, it won't let me talk to them just yet because I haven't got enough collectibles. For fuck's sake, I do not need to care! 10 fucking wrenches just to talk to Tails! Just let me talk to Tails! Bloody hell! Oh, I get that this is the first open world Sonic game and they wanted to make it simple. But the thing is though, it just doesn't work this way because it just gets boring and repetitive after a while. Oh, now yes, you don't always have to go and you don't always have to collect stuff to talk to a character in order to progress to the next story mission. You can fuck about for a bit, and you can, find enemies to fight and do some fun activity in between that if you want to. that's fine. But for people that just want to progress to the next story without wanting to do some of the side content, this is really fucking stupid and can get very dull very fucking fast. Oh boy. Number 3. Actually put NPCs and side missions into the goddamn open worlds. Holy crap, how do you make an open world game and fuck up the one thing that an open world game is meant to have? Now, yes, I know a lot of people are going to bring up games like Breath of the Wild and Shadow of the Colossus, and yes, I know, those are good games. But the thing is, no, those games aren't really designed, but those games aren't really meant to be Sonic-like. They're meant to be more atmospheric and all that. They don't have, like, you know, like, they don't have, like, the fun energy that Sonic is meant to have. That's the thing. Sonic is meant to be Sonic is meant to be, like, really fast and fun, like, you know, from going, like, zip, zap, zap all over the place. But the thing is, though, is that, but the thing is, though, Breath of the Wild and Shadow of the Colossus are just not good examples of this when it comes to Sonic. And now, I'm not saying that you should admire, I'm not saying that in a Sonic game you shouldn't admire the beauty of the graphics and the world that you're in. But I'm just saying, it's clearly obvious with games like Breath of the Wild and Shadow of the Colossus, they want you to take things slow, which really doesn't work for a Sonic-style open-world game. That's what I'm saying. And, you know, and, yeah, I'm sorry. If I want to play an open world game, if I want to play a Sonic game that's open world, I want to talk to like a billion NPCs. I want to do side missions, and they don't have that in this game. And it's not like they couldn't put in any side missions at all. I mean, Sonic 06 and Sonic Unleashed fucking has that shit. And those games came out way before Frontiers did. How do you fuck this up? Ah, boy. Alright. Number 2. More playable characters that aren't DLC. Let me explain. I know you people are going to bring up the Final Horizon update, where they have Amy, Knuckles, and Tails as extra playable characters, and yes, that is fun. It is extremely fun. But like I said, they were dedicated to DLC and nothing more, and they were mostly situational. That was the thing. And it's not like in Spider-Man 2 where you could just like switch between them anytime you want. It's like, yeah, no, you just have to play as them now. Oh, and that's about it. Yeah, but also, I'm not just talking about characters like Amy, Knuckles, and Tails. So how about we add Shadow, Silver, Blaze, the Chaotix, like a whole bunch of characters. Now, they are most likely going to limit it to like 4 or 5, which makes sense, but I'm just saying, like, here's the thing. How about have it where we start off with like 4 or 5 playable characters, but you can have other playable characters as DLC? You know, just saying, that would be kind of fun. And the number one thing I want for a Sonic Frontiers sequel: design the open world around Sonic's abilities! Okay, I know what... Okay, let me explain. The open world, when you think about... Look, the open worlds in like, Sonic Frontiers, when you think about it, they're just, like, generic grass, desert, and volcano areas, just with Sonic wandering around. And they clearly didn't design these open worlds with Sonic's abilities in mind. And don't you dare bring up the dash panels, the bounce pads, and the grind rails. Those were clearly there last minute. Just because you add add grind rate, just because, like, you know, you add, like, certain Sonic things into the open world, that does not automatically mean you're designing it around Sonic's abilities at all. That's just not how it works. Remove the grind rail, like, it's pretty much, like, if you remove all that Sonic stuff in there, it's the exact fucking same. Alright, it's the exact same, just you can't, like, you know, like, grind on rails and all that shit. See where I'm coming from now? Oh boy. Like, here's what I mean. Like, let's take a look at Insomniac's Spider-Man games and the Batman Arkham games as a good example. And I'm talking about Arkham City and Arkham Origin in Spider-Way, because Arkham Asylum is more of a Metroidvania, and Arkham Knight is a terrible game, so I don't want to count on it. But the reason why games like Spider-Man 1 PS4 or Spider-Man 2 PS5, Batman Arkham City and Batman Arkham Origins work as open world games is because they're designed, those open worlds are designed around the character's abilities. You know, like web swinging or gliding, or using a grapple hook. You know, also, like, you know, giving you certain things that only that character would be able to do. With Sonic Frontiers, I don't get that at all. I just feel like I just feel like I'm playing in a generic open world just with Sonic wandering around and with some Sonic stuff here or there, and that's about it. I don't feel like I'm in a world designed for Sonic's abilities. Alright, that's what I wanted to do today. And the reason why I made this video is because, well, it's my 1000th video. So I figured, you know what? I think a top 5 list on a game that I like, but will admit could be better, and these points could be shown in a sequel. That's what I wanted to do. Alright, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.